G'day, you beautiful, awesome people, and welcome back to the first impression review marathon. We are nearing the end. This is the second last day, and originally I was like, hey, I am actually coming pretty close to reviewing most of my Switch library and all the games I wanted to do on the Switch, which was, you know, one of the reasons why I did this marathon was to catch up on a lot of the games I had to review because I was falling a little bit behind. Not only that too, I did go away during the week, so I needed some pretty easy stuff to record and then put up while I was away, which did that purpose pretty nicely, so that was all done and pretty nice. And then I looked at my Switch library and I was like, oh, I'm nowhere close still. I still got like a handful of games I still need to review, but today we are looking at no other than Dragon Age for the Nintendo Switch. It's got quite a bit of a long name. Not only that too, I have no experience with Dragon Quest. I have wanted to play this series for so long. The slimes are adorable. It's done by Square Enix, so it should be a really good game. And there's been so many Dragon Quest things, like those Dragon Quest Builder and a whole bunch of like other things, and not only that too, during the Nintendo Direct, the fact that you could go from 3D to pixel art like the old school Dragon Quest games was kind of a big lure for me to actually try and play this game, and thought this might be a great place to actually start playing Dragon Quest and just seeing if this would be an excellent series to kind of go back and play the earlier games, kind of like how there's a couple of other games I played earlier, nowadays, and I've gone back and tried their earlier versions. So I think Final Fantasy might be one of them that I've done. I'm just trying to think of some other examples of that, and they're not coming to my head at the moment, which is great. But anyways, as you can kind of see from the opening sequence, they've got, it's Square Enix, they've got access to so many orchestral things, and I did accidentally hit my L button there, or my R button, whichever one I hit. But anyways, Dragon Quest, this is 11, I do believe, echoes of an elusive age. I did get my Roman numerals right? Yes, the definitive edition, of course. So yeah, I don't know very much about Dragon Quest, so as per usual, I do look forward to hearing everyone's opinions in regards to this game, whether you've already played this game. I look forward to hearing what you guys think about the series, the pros, the cons about it, and for people who have not played this game or are interested in playing this game, I hope this serves as a good starting point to give an idea on whether or not you should pick this up or not. Because, as I said, I really hope this is actually a good game, because I'd like to get into Dragon Quest personally. I think I may have said Dragon Age at one point, did I really? Anyways, video streaming and distribution. Let's have a quick look at this. This game is copyrighted work. The copyright is held by a collaboration of authors representing Square Enix. Additionally, music copyright is held by Shigeyama Kobo. Streaming of this game is permitted only in non-commercial contexts. However, using streams of the game to primarily provide or listen to music is prohibited even in such non-commercial contexts. So in other words, just saying you cannot use this video to just listen to the music, you have to actually be playing it. That's fine. I shall be playing it, so we're good to cover this game. I thought I just might double check it, because I think Monster Hunter World also had something like that too about streaming it, and they just list what you can and cannot do with the game in regards to recording it, or uploading it to YouTube or Twitch, which is another thing too I've completely forgot. If whether or not I like this game may result into a YouTube series, or even a Twitch stream as well. So it also comes down to if you guys would like to see this as a series or stream, yada 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 yada. You know the fun stuff by now, if you have been carrying on. But anyways, oh wow, there's like 9 save files. Is there a reason for that? Or is it just very, very flexible save files, kind of like Kingdom Hearts or something like that, where Kingdom Hearts has like 99 saves or something like that? It's incredible. Alright, so anyways, let's go unused. Enter a name. I'm guessing this is for my hero. Well, we go with our usual name. Although, I wonder if... Nah, I don't think I could. I was like, I wonder if I could put Lady KrimZen. Like I could for Julius of the Roses. It's very rare I have enough room to do Lady KrimZen, just to come off as, like, very formal. No, I don't. I could go Lady KrimZen without a space, but it just doesn't look right to me. What's this? Draconian Quest. Oh! Draconian Quest feature allows you to attempt your adventure with an array of harsh restrictions in place. You can have these restrictions removed at the church at any time, so don't be afraid to try it. You can always change your mind. Select the Draconian Quest restrictions you wish to submit yourself to. That's cool! Because I know Kingdom Hearts 3 recently did this, where they did you could put yourselves underneath really strict restrictions and to make the game harder or easier. And obviously Pokemon's been doing it for years with Nuzlocke, but that's more of a fan thing more than anything, not an official thing added by Game Freak. But yeah, I've only know a couple of games, as Kingdom Hearts is the first one that comes to my mind that does this type of thing. But that's really cool. I do like that. So if you want a harder game, you turn this on. So you have no shopping. You can't spend your gold coins on items. You'll have to get by with what you can acquire from chests and monsters. That's cool. No armor. You can't equip any defensive items, so you'll have to make the use of any spells, skills, or items that can boost your survivability. Reduce experience from easy fights. You'll only get half the normal number of experience points for beating baddies weaker than yourself, and sometimes none at all. Target tougher enemies to level up. All enemies are super strong. Every enemy you encounter will be tougher than usual, making your quest a true test of your combat skills. Only hardened warriors need apply, aka a Kaizo of this run. That would be pretty cool. Shypox. Uncontrollable embarrassment will plague you on every step of your adventure. There's no telling why this crippling affliction might flare up next. Ooh, that's cool. So it's kind of like RNG there. I like that. Super Shypox. Savor the spectacle of seeing your allies crippled with embarrassment from time to time, wondering what might get them so worked up. Only one way to find out. Timesfolk talk tripe? A strange force will sometimes overcome the inhabitants of Erdrea, making them tell a white lie or two. Who knows what fibs they'll try and pass off as the truth? Oh! That would be interesting, especially if there's quests that require you to gather information. Party wiped out if protagonist perishes. Oh, damn. The whole party will be wiped out if the protagonist is defeated. Make sure you keep him nice and safe. That's something I've seen an awful lot. If the main person dies and it's game over regardless. So that one isn't so much as an odd thing in my head, because I have, as I said, I've played games like that before, where it doesn't matter if your party members are alive. If the protagonist dies, that's it. It's game over for you. And that's the only ones. So that's still some pretty decent ways of making the game harder. I mean, you can add all of these on, and my god, that'd be one hell of a ride. Like no shipping, so you can't buy armor, and you can't equip. No armor, you can't even equip it anyways. No shipping, you can't buy potions and all that. You have to get by what you pick up from chests and all that in the overworld. Then it reduced experience, meaning you can't get the ignore me while I have a bit of a stroke there. You can't get experience to make your survivability stronger. And then all enemies are super strong. Well, you don't have any potions, you don't have any armor, oh my god, and sometimes you can't attack by the sounds of it. And of course the protagonist wipes out, my god. That actually sounds like a nightmare in my head. Though it would be really fun to try out, see how good you really are at the game. It would take a ton of grinding, that's for sure. And then of course this would kick in and then you have to move on. It would force you to progress at that point. I really like that restriction. Oh man, so I could spend here and just talk about this brilliant addition to gameplay all day probably. I just love this type of thing. So I still reckon more games should do this type of thing. Add in extra restrictions the player can add on to their game to make it harder instead of using, I guess, artificial difficulty. Because if a person gets really good at a game, and then, I guess in a way, then hard difficult, whatever the game considers hard would then be considered easy, and then there's no way of really giving the ultimate challenge, and then there's ways of the person can go through an actual, did I say artificial inflation of difficulty? I think that's what I said, because that's what I was meant to say if I didn't. So then that way the player can go through and then modify certain things to actually kind of keep continuing to go through and test them, which is why Kaizo Mario World or Kaizo, I know I've been watching Super Metroid recently, that's been really fun to watch, but all those really hard playthroughs, like Kaizo, I know there's a Kaizo Pokemon as well, Kaizo Pokemon Emerald or something like that, Kaizo Pokemon Fire Red or whatever it's called these days. They purposely go through and make the Pokemon really hard, they have moves that can counter you and all that. It really pushes the player to extend and use their extended knowledge of the game, mechanics, and inner workings, hidden mechanics as well, like EVs, IVs, or restricting it so they don't get IVs or EVs in the case of Pokemon, which, not IVs, you don't gain them, EVs obviously, you don't gain EVs, which makes a huge difference in the long run, because it means in a place where moves, say like strength and all that, would do a lot of damage, and non-stab would actually do a lot less damage because they don't have the extra boost they would have got along the way, or they won't be as tanky as they normally would have by that point in the game because they're not getting those additional stat points. So I still reckon a lot of games should potentially look at these type of adding personal restrictions to make it hard, and if there is an artificial difficulty, the player can then go through and add in additional difficulties to make it even higher. So ways of like adding on replayability is definitely something that should be added on by developers indeed. Pokemon should really be looking at this, to be perfectly honest. I've been saying this for years, that Pokemon needs to add in restrictions for playthroughs, and therefore the Nuzlockes and all that and the Kaizo playthroughs would be an actual thing, like an official thing that Game Freak has added. I know Pokemon Black and White 2 had some type of difficulty increase and all that with better Pokemon, better AI and all that. Really should add it on modern days. But anyways, I digress a lot. I am so sorry, but I got super excited when I saw that. I was like, oh, I like. Same with Kingdom Hearts, I was really, wait, what? Why does it not say KrimZen? No, I am not, no, I'm not happy. I can't spell apparently, oh my god. I did that before I rambled on. What happened? Can I not spell? Is this gonna like be the beginning of the end? This is not a good start, is it? Right, there we go. I'm now happy with KrimZen. I had a dyslexic moment probably and just thought, hey, oh, I love this. 3D mode, 2D mode. Which mode do you want to begin your adventure in? Don't worry, you can change the way the world looks whenever you like by visiting a church. Can I say this too? Something that might be an unpopular opinion when it comes to Pokemon games, because I'm someone who's fallen out with Pokemon recently, so it would be interesting to kind of share my thoughts about what would get me back into Pokemon. But implementing this, or going back to Pokemon 2D would be nice, but Final Fantasy could also, like, really take use of this too, like the option to go from 2D mode to 3D mode. Oh, what do I play? Like, 3D looks absolutely stunning and beautiful. It looked beautiful back in Nintendo Direct. It still looks absolutely gorgeous. I wonder if I can do both in this impression, because I would love to do 2D mode. There was just something about the old pixel art. You know, the thing that that Square Enix, or Square at that point, Squaresoft I think it was famous for, and what brought them out of the dark was the 2D overworld of Final Fantasy, and of course you had Chrono Cross as well that took on that and was really popular for that too. Oh man, I'm so sorry. I have to go with my love and then just go 2D mode. Like, Square Enix just nailed that on the head, and not only that too, it does look gorgeous. Like, look at that pixel art. And then at the same time, as I said, like, 3D mode looks really good too. Oh, why do you play with my heart? I haven't even played the game yet, and I'm just, like, astonished by how many customizations they have. And you can change them on the fly, it's not like you're stuck into it. Oh. Alright, now all I need is a story to be good, and I really like this game. I haven't even started to play it, and I'm already like, I really like this game. Adventure log successfully created. That's a good sign. If I'm already excited, I haven't even played, like, booted up the game officially, then that's a good sign that I really like your game. Alright, so we're starting off with, like, invisibility thing. A penguin-like thing? And it's got, like, a red thing in there. Kids playing wooden, like, sword and shield. I don't know what it is about Square Enix, but they just make beautiful worlds. Like, it just seems believable. Like, when you see what the world they've created, it almost seems like it could be something that exists in our world, except for this. Whatever this creature is. Oh, of course, the trope of something bad is coming, the cold, gloomy clouds come over, it starts raining, starts pissing down, the thunder goes, and of course the evil presence appears, and chaos ensues and engulfs the land. Out comes the protagonist, or our hero, and takes charge of, like, overcoming that evil. You know, the old usual tropes that you see in fantasy games. Or fantasy adventure games, anyway. Oh, no voice acting. That threw me off a little bit. I was expecting a voice to come out of that mouth. So I actually kind of have to pay attention. Then again, Dark Cloud did the same thing, and I went by just fine with that. Oh. He bears the mark. Why does he look like Krillin? From Dragon Ball Z? Except with a mark on his hand? I don't know why I immediately thought of Krillin. I've watched so little Dragon Ball Z, so it's very surprising that I said Krillin. Something's wrong. Mother instinct oh yeah, mother's instinct, sure. There, no, that's not bad. That's chaos. All right, so we've got the fleeing going on. Why didn't she not grab a horse? Then again, I guess that'd be easier to see. And then at least on foot, you can kind of easily duck off into like very narrow parts of the forest. Although, why are they not doing that? Wait, is that a headless knight? See, like this. That's how you hide in the forest. I just noticed they were headless knights. Okay, that's cool. All tense at the moment. I love the orchestra in the back, really amping up the atmosphere with the music too. Then again, as I said, Square Enix is really good at that. They had the money. Oh, uh-oh. I love like the automatic cut straight to the sky to really build up the suspense of did they get away or what. Oh god, look how gorgeous that looks. Oh, the baby survived at least. But what about the other one? Oh my! What in heavens are you doing here? And after that awful storm too. However, did you survive? Kaka-goo! Hee, you're a jolly one. What's this? Oh, you poor thing. Come here, come here. There's no need to be frightened anymore. You're safe now, little fella. Sorry, that's all I could think of when he did that. Several years later. And we be no baby no more. I actually do now kind of regret not going 3D, but whatever. Thanks so much, you're a lifesaver. Trust me to lose my headscarf just before the big ceremony. Oh, trust me to lose my headscarf. What did I say? What did I read? Hi, dyslexia, would you kindly piss off? So I got a puppy, and it looks like our friend. So it's finally here, the big day. I can't believe we're going to be climbing all the way up there. Got a puppy! Can I pet the puppy? Can I move? No. Hee, looks like Sandy's keen to lead the way. Come on, best not to keep her waiting. Can I pet the puppy? That's the biggest question. Can I pet Sandy? I love petting puppies. Oh, this feels like I'm playing like old school Final Fantasy, like Final Fantasy, what was it? Final Fantasy 1, I think it was? Like really, really old school Final Fantasy. I guess I can't go that way. The symbols on the side of the door represent the spirit of the land. You know, the spirit has always watched over the people of Cobblestone. The coming of age ceremony is one of the ways we show our gratitude for its protection. Can I change? Oh, look at the old school UI! I am getting so much nostalgia because this was like my era of gaming. It's, oh, beautiful. I want more games to go back to this era. I mean, it may not look pretty to today's standards, but my god, does it bring up the nostalgia. And no, this is not me with my rose-colored glasses on. System settings? Battle speed. Fast? Wait, was that really what I thought? Oh, there's symphonic and synthesized soundtrack. The synthesized soundtrack will now be used. You can change the soundtrack. Hells to the yes. Do you know how much I love this? There is so much customization in this game that it is absolutely gorgeous. This should be the standard. This should be the epitome of what game standard has for customization and settings. Why is there no other game that has this much customization? By God, again, I don't like the fact I'm referring to Pokemon so much all of a sudden, but Pokemon should have an option to go with the more modernized soundtrack and go with Game Boy options, like customize it up, change it up, bring back the old school chip, like 8-bit and 16-bit music, you know, the music that a lot of fans fell in love with. If they did that, then my god, I'd probably love Pokemon a bit more. And then, as I said, this is coming from someone who used to be a previous Pokemon, well, game fan at least anyways. Pokemon for a franchise, I'm still a fan as, don't get me wrong, but game-wise, I've actually fallen off recently. And it's like, looking over other games just recently, it's kind of like, I really wish Pokemon would implement this and give me, like, other options or ways of, like, coming back to the game and have replayability. I guess that's what I'm trying to come up with. Handy Hill, oh my god, there's like so many options. It kind of like makes it so beginner friendly too. I actually really like this. So it's not like you have to have knowledge of JRPGs already or RPGs to kind of jump into this game. It's made to be really easy, a lot of customization options. It's there as well for the veterans of JRPGs or veterans of Dragon Quest. So many customizations to go from like pixel art to 3D, or 2D, sorry, to 3D. For those who love the 2D aesthetics, or those who love 3D can go with 3D. For those who like sympathy music can go with that, or the old school symphonic music can go... Is symphonic old school? Am I wrong there? If I am, correct me. I probably did get it wrong anyways. But yeah, you can get an option between the two musics. There's not too many games that do that. I know Pokemon, again, did do it back in 4th generation with like the GB sounds, but they rarely touch it these days. That's such an open... Like, that should be a freebie for a lot of games that have old school games, like old running games. Final Fantasy, I don't know if they do it, but that should be another one that should probably look at it. So it's time for you to head up the tour, I hear. Mind you don't slip, it's a long way down. Oh, don't worry, KrimZen will never let me fall. Okay, so her name's Gemma. Ah, what would you do without him, eh? Well, KrimZen, you heard the lady. Make sure she comes to no harm. At least the good thing about KrimZen is it sounds unisex, so it's not like a girl's name or a guy. You know, I'm not sure if I've ever seen the two of you apart, and to think you're all grown up already. Are those wedding bells like hee 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 hee? Grandma, honestly. Oh, let an old woman have her fun, will you? Now, KrimZen, you look after my lovely granddaughter, you hear? To think you and Gemma are all grown up already. I can remember you two little uns hurrying around the place causing trouble like it was yesterday. Ah, time flies, it really does. Ah, the dialogue. At least it seems realistic too. KrimZen, you see my dear Gemma all set for your big day. Makes me proud as anything. Both as a mayor and as a grandfather. You are not kids anymore, you know. No, you're grown up now, and that means going to the tour and offering your thanks. Now it's time you were on your way. Head to the top, give praise to the spirit of the land, and then come back down and tell us how you like the view. You know what? I know you said give praise to the sun, as in Dark Souls there for a second. I was like, I ain't playing Dark Souls, am I? Oh, I hope not. Otherwise, I will be saying, oh, praise the sun in a second. Oh, and if you're ever unsure of what to do next, try pressing the X button and selecting talk. Gemma might have some useful tips for you. Just look at you, KrimZen, my little boy all grown up. Now to be sure to look after Gemma, you hear? To think you've been inseparable since you were tiny, and here you are about to climb the tour together. Sandy will be with you too, of course, so if you find yourself in a spot of bother, just follow her lead. Off you go now, dear. I know the two of you will just be fine. And I'll make sure there's a delicious supper waiting for you when you get back. The typical growing of age adventure, of course. The path ahead will at times be a steep one, but fear not, my children, for the spirit of the land shall watch over you. May your climb teach you how truly blessed we are to live among such beautiful surroundings. We will pray for your safe return. Good luck, KrimZen. I wish I was a grown-up like you. I can't wait to climb the tour. No, you do not wish to be a grown-up. Grown-ups are boring. Oh, what's that? Humble folk of cobblestone, great land spirits, hearth and home. How is it goes, isn't it? Well, that's how it goes, isn't it? I'm so excited to play I can't read. My granddad's been teaching me the prayer ever since I was little. He reckons the spirit of the land really does live on cobblestone tor, you see? As long as I can remember, he's been preparing me for this day, the day it would finally be my turn to climb all the way up there and offer my thanks. I just wonder whose idea it was in the first place, sending the villagers' young folk on such a dangerous errand. What if I take a tumble and do myself a mischief? Well, not to worry. Since you and me were born on the same day, I'm lucky enough to have a bodyguard along for the journey. Come on then, That craggy old thing won't climb itself. The mountain won't climb itself, baby. Core, just look at that view. It's beautiful, isn't it? Whenever you find somewhere with lovely scenery like this, you should take the time to stop and bask in the wonder of nature. It always does me the power of good. I would love to, but we're in TD at the moment. I'd imagine in 3D you could probably take a nice look at it. We've all been through it. You know, we've all climbed to the top of the Tor. I remember it like it was yesterday. But I can't tell you what I found up there. No, that's something you'll just have to find out for yourself. So if we interact with this, humble folk of Cobblestone, great land spirit, hearth and home. Blessed are we since days of yore, let it be so forevermore. What can I do with these? Oh, KrimZen required 5 gold. You obtain a medicine herb. Medical herb? I'm just going to say medical herb because, you know, having fun talking at the moment. Oh dearie me, where can that boy have gotten to this time? I just hope he hasn't decided to go up the Tor on his own. No, he wouldn't be that stupid, surely. He'll be the death of me, that one. Sounds like someone's gone up on the Tor by himself. Alright, Sandy, lead the way. I still want to know if I can pet the slimes! They're so adorable! I don't know why slimes are so adorable. Yeek! Monsters! I mean, it may not look as adorable in 2D, but in 3D they're just adorable. They've always been adorable, actually. They're coming this way. Oh, look at the bloody UI! Oh, God. Memories flashback. So good. The music! Oh, my ears! This music's so good! This is just for a normal battle. This music is so good. What's tactics? Oh, follow orders. Alright. What is this music? This is so good. I'm sorry, I gotta admire the music. Oh my god, that is good! Oh, is there an OST I can buy for this? Because this is really good. Anyways, let's fight before I just completely doze off and listen to this music. Okay, so what's my abilities? KrimZen hasn't learnt any battle abilities. Spells, I wouldn't have learnt any. Items, I have Cobblestone Sword. Okay, this is very Final Fantasy-esque. Oh, I didn't mean to actually defend. Sandy attack, slime beat. Well, that's a lot. That's very fast. I didn't realize that was going to go that fast. There are no party members available to step in. All right, cool. So I was just having a quick look at that. Equipment. So it looks like I can change things out in the fly, which is nice. All right, let's actually attack. Alright, so it looks like one of the slimes is paralyzed. I do like how fast the text goes, that's really nice. Looks like Gemma's cheered us on. I'm all fired up. Goodbye. Victory! Each party member receives 6 experience points. The party acquires 6 gold coins. The slime dropped the treasure chest. KrimZen received a medicinal herb. Crack! Is she an Aussie? Cracky, I wasn't expecting that, mate. I knew they were only little, but I've been done for it. You and Sandy hadn't been here to help me. That wasn't very Aussie of me, was it? And now we've got to go through that horrible dinky cave. Just our luck, mate. She'll be right, mate. I'll bet you anything there's where those awful things came from. Well, as long as you're with me, I've got nothing to worry about. Come on, let's get going, mate. I love how it just at the end of every sentence just say mate. It makes it sound Aussie, which kind of makes sense, but we do say mate an awful lot. Like, how you going, mate? What you doing this arvo, mate? Random encounter. Alright. Oh, look how adorable that little mouse is. So, a needler. Oh yeah, because I can't get over this music. This is just basic music. What is the boss music gonna sound like? I just gotta probably like fly off my chair when the boss music goes. Me like, dude, this is so good. Right, I'm all fired up, baby. Right, we won. I'd love to know what the 3D actually looks like. So if we get to our church, I will like switch it over to 3D. hopefully, I'd like to show off both aspects of gameplay. Right, slime appeared, so let's just do this. You know what? I'm just going to say it now, I would say there is going to be a series for Dragon Quest. This is just too good not to cover. Like, seriously, the music is absolutely beautiful. The gameplay is just, so good. I got a pot lid. Right, 2 needlers appeared. And plus I can just spam the A button for this part too, because I don't need to worry about magic or anything like that. I am all fired up! Feel my rage, needlers! I shall sew you to death with those needles. I shall grab your needle and I shall show you how the sewing is done. By sewing you into the grave. Wait, was that a bit of a pun there? Like, sow as in like, you reap what you sow as in like, sow as in sow the garden. I'm just not making sense here at the moment. I go to level 2, and then sew as in like with a needle, you sew up a cloth. Oh my god, did I just make a little bit of a, bit of a, what would you call it, a pun? I guess? I have 4 MP. Yeah, I can't use MP at the moment, so I wonder what that was referring to when I had 0, or did I just gain 4 MP? I wasn't actually paying attention. It is actually one good thing about the 2D, everything just moves so quick, which is really nice. You obtain a medicine, yeah, I can't say that word today, medical herb. As I said, I'm just gonna say that. Another slime appeared. I'm so sorry, buddy, but you might be all blobby and cute, but I do have to take you down for experience points. I thought Octopath was really good, but my god, this is really good. Then again, Octopath, that does have a good OST, and it did win an award for that too. That was something about none one in the party, so I wasn't paying attention, but, hold on, Square Enix worked on Octopath as well. Ha! There is no point comparing them because they're both done by Square Enix, so both ends of the spectrum, like, you can see how well a dedicated 2D game is compared to a game that has both 2D and 3D. Like, Square Enix just knows, they know their stuff when it comes to JRPGs and world building and, you know, making a world come alive with aesthetics and all that. They're just really good. They really, really know how to just blow your mind, whether it be through audio or through visuals with eye candy. It's just so good. So I reckon if you are an Octopath fan, you would probably enjoy this game. Well, I was going to say, it's Octopath, and so far this game just plays like a normal JRPG where you go through and do the overworld, you fight random encounters and all that, and do things on the side for defeating enemies, and then you defeat a mission. So, yeah, if you like Octopath, you probably will enjoy Dragon Quest as well. Cool, look at this frog. Is this normal, do you think? We are going further up the hill, so yeah, it would be normal. Help! Help me! It's a kid. Oh, what is that, though? Look, coal! And that might be coal smoke. Quick, you have to help him. Coal isn't like, you know, fire coal. It's not fog at all, it's more monsters. Or a sprite. Some smog straw near. We just took 5 points of damage. And Gemma is also healing me up, which is really handy, so I don't need to worry about that at all. I can just spam the A button. I'm all fired up. Do I do more damage? Oh, I must have missed. Alright, so both the Smogs are paralyzed in fear. Dodged again! Dodged again! Right, that's finally down after me missing it a couple of times. This must have really good evasion. Or speed, whatever determines the evasion stat in this game. Alright, that's finally down. That took a little bit of a beating. Each party member receives 40 experience points. The party acquired 22 gold coins. What have we got? Agility, deftness, charm, magical might, magical mending. Magical mending. I wonder if that's referring to magical defense. Magical might as in magical strength. Charm, I wouldn't have a clue. Deftness, I wouldn't have a clue. Agility would be speed. In regards to turn order, I'd say resilience would be defense, strength is attack points. Maximum HP, maximum MP, that makes sense. So I did grow 4 MP from before. So I started with 0, went up to 4, went up to 8 now, okay. Agility could also mean evasion unless deafness refers to that. Let me have a quick... That's not a word I often come across, so let me just quickly do a little bit of a Google search in regards to what that means. If it means something like evasion or some sorts of synonym for evasion, then that would be it. Deftness. Skillful performance or ability without difficulty. His quick adeptness was a good product of design. He was famous for his facility as an archer. Facility. It could mean evasion. It also means like skillfulness. Maybe for like landing attacks, maybe like accuracy? Or chances of pulling off an attack? Alright, well, I hope the game explains it. There probably is something in all the tutorial stuff that explains what that stat actually is about. As I said, I've got no idea. I'm not actually familiar with a lot of Dragon Quest, as you can probably tell, so I'll look that up in a quick second. I'm sorry, Gemma. I only came up here because I thought it'd be funny to jump out and surprise you. But then those monsters appeared. What in the world is going on? I've never heard about monsters appearing on the tour before. But never mind that now. Whatever were you thinking? You could have been killed. You take Sandy and get back to the village just... Oh, don't take the puppy! Yes, Gemma. Sorry, Gemma. No, the puppy! You saved my bacon again. I knew you were tough, but crikey, you really have grown into quite the hero. Not far from the top now. Oh, it's raining. Typical it would have to go and start raining, wouldn't it? Come on, let's get a move on. I need a drink of water. This excitement is just... anyways, oh, that was good hydration there. Traveler tips? Items, equipment, item... Info menu, technical... all about attributes? HP, obviously health points, MP defense, dictates the character's ability to bear the forces of physical attacks. Everything there is about standard. Sleep. When a character sleeps, they'll be completely open to attack, but the impact of physical force may also be enough to bring them around. Spells, on the other hand, can often work their magic without waking those they target. But, oh, this is all about ailments, so is it down? Oh, here we go. Magical might gives the idea of efficiency of a character's magical attacks. The higher it is, the more damage they'll do by spells and such like. Magical mending indicates the efficiency of a character's health restoring and revive. Oh, okay, so magical mendancy refers to cure and how effective that'll be. Strength signifies a character's basic physical forcefulness once the effects of equipment and special abilities are taken out of the equation. Resilience is resistance, obviously, to physical blows. Agility governs when a character will get their chance to... Okay, yeah, I was right about turn order goes off agility. Higher agility also gives a greater chance of avoiding enemy attacks. Okay, that's what I thought originally. So what's deafness? Determines how likely a character is to catch enemies unaware. Higher deafness also makes it far less hard to flee. Oh, okay, so it determines if you'll get the first attack, I'm assuming, and get the upper ground on that, and also means the percentage that we have to run away from battles, because often that's RNG, but this game actually has a stat for that. And Charm indicates the odds of enemies being entranced by a character's appearance, or entranced by a character's appearance and becoming unable to act as a result. Deafness and Charm have two interesting... I've never seen those two particular attributes in battle, I don't think. Or any game. Deafness, as I said, is a bit more of an unknown stat that you really can't control sometimes. Paper Mario is you just mash the A button to run away, and then everything else, I'm pretty sure off the top of my head, is just random to whether or not you run away or not. Digimon, I'm pretty sure that, again, that comes down to randomness. So yeah, everything off the top of my head is either you do something to run away or it's random. So that's really, really interesting. Ailments, I'll kind of just deal with that whenever I encounter them, because sometimes certain RPGs have unique ailments to them, but a lot of them just tend to be standards. Not much further now, keep close to the cliffs and don't let your nerves get the better of you. Do I climb up that? Hold on, let's have a quick squiz. You obtain a piece of pink pine. Alright, climb up this, I'm assuming. Yeah, 2D you just move around so quick, because I'm imagining in 3D you'd have to manually climb up and it might be a bit slower. Here we are at last. It's such a shame about the weather. I was really looking forward to that view. Something bad's gonna happen, isn't it? Well, we may better say the prayer and get the ceremony over with, eh? What was that? You ain't saying any prayer today. Uh-oh. Help! Help me! Help! Something's happening. Wow! And by the heavens above I shall smite thee, evil bird. Was it a magpie? Because it so deserved that. We're alive. But how? That great big flash of lightning. It was almost like you made it happen. Look, the mark on your hand. Oh, it stopped. Well, we can worry about that later. All I know is that you saved me yet again. I don't know what I'd do without you. Now we really have better be finishing up the ceremony. Otherwise you're going to end up down that cliff again. Humble folk of Cobblestone, great land, spirit, hearth and home, lift your voices up in prayer. Sing it all across Erdry? Blessed are we since days of yore. Let it be so forevermore. Wow, look! And suddenly the rain clears up. It just goes on and on and on. Whoever dreamed up the ceremony must have had this in mind. They wanted us to show us how huge our world really is. And make you feel so insignificant. Well, that's it. It's all over. And now we're grown-ups. Yep, you've learnt the harsh lesson. You are just a mere ant in this massive world. You are nothing more than an insignificant creature. And your purpose in life is to try and give yourself significance. To make yourself feel like you are nothing more but what you're actually greater than a mere ant that you really are. So, it's a harsh lesson, but that's really what it is. I still have yet to find my purpose. I am still but a mere ant, trying to find my greatest self. One day I shall climb above the anthill. I shall carry my great prize and grow and look down upon the anthill and the ant colony and be like, I have found my place. Though I do fear I will be amongst the soil before that day actually does happen. Why did I just suddenly get so poetic? The other time I wanted to be poetic, it just never happened. Maybe it's just... Maybe I'm finally awake and the holiday actually breathed a little light into me. And it's a shame I can't talk properly. Though, again, as I said, this game... Ooh, I'm like super excited. I need to really calm down. It's all now. Shall we head down and tell Granddad and everyone? They'll be all waiting for us at the bottom. I just love when I play a game and I just get super excited when I'm playing it. Like I play a little bit of it and I'm just getting really hooked into it and I know when I'm getting hooked. It's the same feeling I had when I first played Digimon Cyber Sleuth. KrimZen and Gemma made their way back to the bottom of Tor and it's just got really hot again. I can't be bothered turning aircon on, so I'm just gonna have to dehydrate, I guess. And yeah, they don't respawn any items. That's unfortunate. So who was the Granddad? I think it was over here. Here we go. I'm back! We're back safe and sound, Granddad. Indeed you are, my dear. Thank the spirits for that. When we saw lightning strike up there, we got a little worried. I have to tell you. KrimZen explains what happened on top of the Tor. Well, I never. Sounds like it's nothing short of a miracle that you made it back in one piece. Well, there's no doubt about it. The spirit of the land was watching over you. Now tell me, my dear, how was the view from the top? It was wonderful. I saw the sea stretching to the horizon and the sunlight playing on the water and, oh, I've never seen anything like it in my life. You're true Cobblestonians now, and we had the pleasure of looking out over the world of Erdre in such breathtaking fashion, you know. You're still young and the day may yet come when you decide to leave Cobblestone behind. I hope our little ceremony has opened your eyes to a little of what may await you out there. Now it's high time we're heading back. I'm sure your mother is eager to hear how things went, young man. Don't keep poor Amber in suspense. Come on, you. Home time. Do. Perfect coming of age music too. I'm still highly curious what 3D does look like. Because this does look, that's a nice title transition there, I like that. And it's even pixelated too. Coming of age, awarded for ascending to the top of Cobblestone Tor and completing the ceremony that signifies the onset of adulthood. So if I find a church, I'll be able to change this to 3D. So let us find a church just to see what the world and how the gameplay changes. That has to be a church right there. So where do I go for that? Greetings, my child. It's good to see the younger members of my flock taking the time to pray. Now, shall we begin? How many of our church how may our church assist you, faithful one? Switch to 3D mode. You wish me to call upon the powers of the divine in order to change the very way in which you see the world. When changing your worldview, you may also return to any point in your adventure thus far. Do you wish to proceed? Confess to me all that you have done, child, that I might record it in an adventure log. Into which adventure log do you wish me to record? In that case, I have to overwrite this adventure log. Are you sure? This is going to look so good, I reckon. I have successfully recorded your adventure log. Now close your eyes and let us pray. So where do you want to begin your 3-dimensional adventure? Your goals, experience points, and non-story will be carried over. Oh my god, are you serious? So I can start at different points of the game if I want to switch and then re-experience that in a different... So it's not just I just switch, I can re-experience that part of the story in the mode I didn't play in. My eyes are so wide and glistening at the moment that I could cry. This is the perfect game. Yes, a 3D adventure log will be created. So I'm going to stick that there in second one, so that's why there's nine of them. So you technically have 3 adventures, but you can do one in just 2D and the other one in 3D. Or just overwrite and switch between the 2 of them. So can I skip this? I hold Y to skip, which is that one. So we just saw that, so I might be replaying what we just did, but it'd be nice to just replay it in 3D to have a comparison, which we just did. So skip that. Oh, why did I skip, you dumbass? No, we just did that. So, oh my lord, look how different this is. So you can look around with the right stick. There's Gemma. She's got a slime bubble above her head. I can jump, which I couldn't do in 2D. Map. And even the menu changed the style. Ah! So everything adapts. It's beautiful. This is perfect. This is my favorite JRPG ever. So that's run. So R2 to run. Or the R trigger button. And he runs so fast. I love this. You know the mayor and your mother, yeah, we've already done all this. And you can see all the, did they give us different hints? They probably did. Let's just speed this up. I want to experience the battles in, do I have to speak to them? I hope not. I probably get pulled up. And look at Sandy, she's so different in 3D. Can I pat her in 3D? Different viewpoints too, when you go at certain parts, you can actually look up the mountain. You can see the details in the mountain. Oh, this game is just absolutely beautiful. Oh.
Great land spirits, hearth and home. That's how it goes, isn't it?
There's voice acting.
My granddad's been teaching me the prayer ever since I was little. He reckons the spirit of the land really does live on Cobblestone Tor, you see. As long as I can remember, he's been preparing me for this day. The day it would finally be my turn to climb all the way up there and offer my thanks.
So I wonder if in 3D the cutscene at the beginning actually had voice acting, because obviously there wouldn't be voice acting in 2D. I probably should have looked at that, but I was like, oh, I don't really want to watch the same cutscene again. That's why I skipped it. It was the same with Starlink. I didn't watch all the cutscenes again because we've already done one review on it.
I just wonder whose idea it was in the first place, sending the village's young folk on such a dangerous errand. What if I take a tumble and do myself a mischief?
A mischief?
Well, not to worry. Since you and me were born on the same day, I'm lucky enough to have a bodyguard along for the journey. Come on then. That craggy old thing won't climb its... Oh.
She's Scottish. Here comes the slime. So I wonder how different this is in 3D.
Ah! Monsters! They're coming this way.
I just want to hear her say crikey. A group of slimes draw near.
Watch out!
Okay, so we still got the turn base, which is nice. And we can actually, yeah, everything's just changed. And we're level 3. Okay, all my stats still retain too. So this might be a good way of like...
Fight, and fight some more!
Oh, so you can hear it like, cheering on too. So everything's voice acted and all fully fleshed out.
Go on! You can do it!
And it's like a lot easier to see too. I wonder why there's like a big area. Does make me wonder if I can move around. Kind of like, there we go, crikey. Kind of reminds me of like Quest 64 a little bit, the way it's been set up. God, that's another good JRPG I like. Did a whole series on that too. I just wonder if I want to pet the dog before like we lose the dog.
Now we've got to go through that horrible dingy cave.
Dingy cave. I said dingy.
I'll bet you anything that's where those awful things came from. Well, as long as you're with me, I've got nothing to worry about. Come on, let's get going.
Voice acting actually is pretty good. Then again, I don't think Square Enix would take on really bad voice actors. Although, Kingdom Hearts 3 was a little bit questionable, I guess. And then you get to see the actual tablet as well. Okay, so there's certain points where she doesn't speak, but in a lot of main cutscenes, she will have her little piece to say. Can I pet the dog? Come here, puppy! 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 No, puppy! Come here! I want to pet you! No, I can't pet the puppy! The puppers! Petting puppies just make your day. Oh good, it even comes up with like little things telling you where you are. I can't remember if it actually did that in 2D. I wasn't paying attention. I was too busy paying attention to everything else. Oh, do I actually get to see the monsters in the overworld instead of random encounters? Is that what I'm getting at here? Wait. Oh, preemptive attacks. This wasn't in 2D. Get close enough to a monster and a small orange arrow will appear just above them. Press A and you'll get them and give them a weighty wallop with your weapon, lowering their HP before battle has even begun. Why not try springing a preemptive attack on that slime over there? So it even changes up the way that you even go about battling. Wait, can I not? There we go. So everything changes, not just the look of the game, but the way that you play it also changes. Sorry, I've just got like no words to describe that. It's just like, wow. They went the extra mile, not just aesthetic look, but even gameplay is changed up too. So, can I... Oh no, that's... take a photo? So they took the Kingdom Hearts 3 selfie thing. Of course they did. I was wondering if I could... Oh, wait. There we go. Preemptive attack. A group of slimes appear. So there was a stat that allowed me to do more damage. Yeah, because there's like a little circle around here. I was wondering if I could walk around that. Tactics. We'll probably figure that out a little bit later. X for tactics. Right, let's just attack. Hey, they attacked the dog! Then again, I couldn't see the text. It was going so by. It's fast by. I probably didn't see them attack the dog. How dare you attack the puppers? Puppies are so cute. Let me pat the dog. Okay, I'm disappointed I can't pet the dog. This game loses points. That's the big negative of this game. I cannot pet the dog. Alright, Slime A is defeated. Don't attack the puppers. You'll get my wrath if you do that. Alright, we've got another slime up ahead. Square Enix, fix it so I can pet the dog. That's my biggest complaint for this game now. Everything else is just extremely positive. We'll definitely play this game. But the fact that I cannot pet the dog, I am so sorry, but I've got to subtract some points for that. I'm obviously being sarcastic, but yeah. I really do wish you could pet the dog. Alright, now we move on. I do love though, like you can actually look around. You get a really nice feel for the game too, between 2D and 3D. You see the world in completely different perspectives. And I probably would recommend oops, I didn't mean to talk to you. Recommend playing in both modes just to get the feel for like the different perspectives. One being an all different gameplay, and of course there's different aesthetics and everything too.
Well done.
I also leveled up to level 4. Didn't want to have a look at my stats, it's alright. And if you mash the A quick enough, you can even like get a quick preemptive attack whilst moving too, but looks better. So I just did it then, just out of curiosity. Nice. I'm like spamming the A and B button to try and speed things up. We've got a Needler now, straight for the 2. I think because I leveled up now, I do more damage for preemptive attacks. I was just curious, I wonder if there's a setting that I can press another button. Ooh, that did a heal. Take that.
You can do it.
Get him! Gemma, do something! And again, she is healing me here and there, so I'm curious. Misc. System settings, battle mode. Camera controls, claim special rewards. Ah, can I do that? Because I can't remember if I got a certain thing for this. Okay, there isn't one where I can speed things up. Maybe in 2D I can do that. Alright, that's fine, because there's also different settings when you come in here too. Freeform fighting or classic camera. Control the camera and the characters as you see fit. Focus on fighting, leaving the camera and characters to their own devices. And speed will go ultra fast. Change the speed at which battles unfold. Ultra fast, I kind of wonder if that will take away from this review. Just to show off like everything. Though I have done a little bit already, so maybe I'm fine to do that. I just feel really bad sometimes, like really speeding things up. Because like, I've got to show off, well, me to experience what the game actually feels like normally. And then showing other people what the game plays like to know whether or not they should pick it up. And then me speeding it up to see how fast it plays. Just for getting through things quicker. It's like, oh, double-edged, like a lose-lose situation sometimes. Because people want to see what it looks like, and other times it's like, do they want to see it, or does it get too repetitive after a while? Anyways, let's speed this up. Oop, there's an item there. A chunk of copper ore. So mash the A button, get the preemptive attack. A group of needlers appears. Let's see how fast ultra fast is. Whoa! I don't mind this. For grinding, ultra fast would be very handy.
Fight and fight them!
Goodbye. Needlers are defeated. So yeah, it's not that bad. Like, at the moment we're only spamming the attack button. We're not really doing any fancy stuff and all that. So yeah, ultra fast would definitely be handy for grinding. Which is, as I said, I'll take that. Anything that speeds up fighting is really
All this
nice.
fog. Is this normal, do you think?
Help! Help me!
What? Cole?
All those enemies look so good in 3D. I'm sorry, I cut that off. Oh wow, they're actually blowing. I shall huff and I'll puff and I'll blow you guys into my attack.
It's not fog at all. It's more monsters.
Look at Sandy's face. I love how you can sit there for too long. The options come up for cutscenes too. I think you can turn off cutscenes altogether, or just skip them. So if you're like replaying just for the sake of like New Game Plus or something, you can make it so there's no cutscenes whatsoever, which is again really nice and can appreciate. Crikey!
Here you go.
Thanks for the health. Right, one's down. This should go a lot quicker because I got better stats now. Just took... Oh, Sandy took 7 health, but she's got no health. She's a god! And cute. The Smogs are defeated.
I'm sorry, Gemma. I only came up here because I thought it'd be funny to jump out and surprise you.
Oh, come on. The child actor could have done a little bit better there. I only came up here because I thought it'd be funny to jump out and surprise you.
But
like a bit more emphasis.
Appeared.
But those monsters appeared.
What in the world is going on? I never heard anything about monsters appearing on the tour before. But never mind that now. Whatever were you thinking? You could have been killed. You take Sandy and get back to the village this instant.
Yes, Gemma. Sorry, Gemma.
You saved my bacon again. I knew you were tough, but crikey.
But crikey, mate.
You really have grown into quite the hero.
Does Scottish really say crikey? I thought it was just Aussies that said crikey. There's the top.
Not far to the top now.
We get to experience that cuts. Oh, here comes the rain. The foreshadow, of course.
Typical. It would have to go and start raining, wouldn't it? Come on, let's get a move on.
Right, there's that sign. There's the vine we climb up. Is there anything around here I gotta pick up? Oh, yes, there is. Pink pine. Alright, let's climb the vine. Make our way to the top of the tour. As I said, it's obviously a lot quicker in 2D mode because you don't have to animate everything and make it seem somewhat realistic. What's this sign? This way to the top, watch your step. Now we've got to shimmy across this. I don't think I did this in 2D mode though. So it looks like this has gained a lot more of a 3D depth to it. Well, then again, we are playing in 3D, so that's a bit of a redundant sentence, but a lot more depth and a lot more really to explore. So I'm not going to fall down there. Not much further now. Keep close to the cliffs and don't let your nerves get the better of you. Oh yeah. And then this part we just climbed up what looked like an interesting pattern on the wall, I guess, and said it's now all fleshed out. And it shows how mighty this mountain is. Any enemies up here? Let's may as well sprint at this point. Here we go, here's the top.
Here we are at last.
Let's experience this cutscene in its full 3D glory. Let's see how vicious that bird actually is. Because the Smogs are a lot more vicious than what they were in TD.
I was really looking forward to that view. Well, we better say the prayer and get this ceremony over with, eh?
Well, that was a very...
What was that?
Here it comes. Oh, you get the different perspective too. Oh, it's just a mere eagle. Down she goes. Oh, and the speed lines. I do like it though, all voice acted out. It gives a lot more dramatic sense to it. And then we get to see his mark flash up too. There it is. I don't think you saw that in 2D. I wasn't paying attention anyways. Dude, it actually did look like he was getting smited. Damn. Okay, that was cool. I want that power. Except I was only born with like one beauty spot on my tummy, but I don't think that's going to be helping me.
But how? That great big flash of lightning. It was almost like you made it happen.
Maybe because I did.
your hand?
It's gone now.
Huh? Oh, it stopped. Well, we can worry about that later. All I know is that you saved me yet again. I don't know what I'd do without you. Now, we really had better be finishing up this ceremony.
We best now. Just in case anything else bad happens.
Humble folk of cobblestone, great land spirits, hearth and home, lift your voices up in prayer, sing it across all our drear.
Or Dre, that's how you pronounce it.
Blessed are we since days of yore, let it be so forevermore.
I do like that little poem there. Or the prayer.
Wow!
Let's see how pretty this actually is. Okay, that's pretty. Can I be there just looking over that? I mean, I wouldn't look down because I have a huge fear of heights. But my god, that looks pretty. I want to be there just looking on all of that. Give me, please. I've actually been somewhere that gives that sort of view. It is absolutely breathtaking and leaves you in awe when you see like that type of landscape. It's it really does make you feel quite insignificant when you see these type of landscapes in real life.
Whoever dreamed up this ceremony must have had this in mind. They wanted to show us how huge our world really is. Well, that's it. It's all over and now we're grown-ups. Should we head down and tell Grandad and everyone?
Trust me, there's nothing to be excited about being a grown-up. I hit 18 and was like, yay, I am now officially a grown-up, and then learnt very quickly how bad it is to be a grown-up. 27 now, going on to 28. Believe me, I would love my childhood back. Though I try to live my childhood, like, a little bit of childhoodish or childish ways here and there to try and keep life exciting. And so can I pet the dog? Let me pet the dog. No, I want to pet the dog.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. No, you can't pet the dog. No. Yep. I'm sorry, 0 out of 10, can't pet the dog. Give me the option to pet the dog. And then it'll be a 10 out of 10 game. Until then, it's a 0. As I said, I'm being sarcastic. Alright.
Indeed you are, my dear.
I was expecting a different voice.
For that. When we saw lightning striking up there, we got a little worried, I have to tell you.
Oh, he sounds so goddamn British.
Well, I never. Sounds like it's nothing short of a miracle that you made it back in one piece. Well, there's no doubt about it, the spirit of the land was watching over you. Now tell me, my dear, how was the view from the top?
Absolutely breathtaking.
It was wonderful. I saw the sea stretch into the horizon and the sunlight playing on the water and... Oh, I've never seen anything like it in my life.
You're true Cobblestonians now. Only we have the pleasure of looking out over the world of Erdrea in such breathtaking fashion, you know. You're still young, and the day may yet come when you decide to leave Cobblestone behind.
That day will be pretty soon, I'd imagine.
Opened your eyes to a little of what may await you out there. Now, it's high time we were heading back. I'm sure your mother is eager to hear how things went, young man. Don't keep poor Amber in suspense.
Then you have everyone chatter on the way off. It really, like, the voice acting really does add to the game. I was like, oh yeah, no voice acting in the game, that's absolutely fine. Everything else is just breathtaking, so I can deal with that. And then you have that added in. It's just like, yep, the voice acting is pretty much spot on. It definitely adds to the game. And even sometimes, like, you can have games get away with no voice acting, that's for sure. It's kind of like, it can also take away from a game if you got voice acting and it's not done properly or utilized properly, so, yeah, you gotta take into account those couple of things too when you decide if you want voice acting in a game. Voice acting in 2D definitely makes, like, no sense, because back in the day, very little 2D games had voice acting. Like, all the Final Fantasy games I don't think had voice acting. If there was, and that is not to my knowledge. So this is the village in 3D. Again, it looks very nice, very farm-like. There is the church. Let's have a look at inside the church. It's... God, the way we open up the church and walk in, it so reminds me of Chocobo Dungeon's church. I don't know why Square Enix seems to love these style of churches. Yeah, and you can hold down sprint, you walk about normal speed that you do outside, and then you walk outside and you go, whee! I'm the Flash! Oh, damn it, why don't I record another video after this? I would actually love to sit down and play this game. It's gonna be a game that I stream and then potentially do a series on. I can see that happening. It's such a good game. Why is no one talking about this game? Or did everyone talk about it when it came out and then that's it? Nobody spoke about the game ever again? Like, that's some injustice if that's the case. I really like this game. And, I mean, JRPGs is a genre that I really like. But I think, so far, if I was to say what the epitome of JRPGs is, in my opinion, obviously my opinion, you can have your own in the comments section, I do look forward to that. This game, for me, is kind of like what I would probably now expect JRPGs to do. Like, all the customization stuff, changing, like, little Easter eggs or aesthetic stuff going between 2D and 3D, it's... I love it. And, like, all the text speed and all that. Man. And it just reminded me then I've got to play Persona. I haven't even got Persona yet, so maybe later down the track I'll look at Persona. I have too many JRPGs to play at the moment, actually. It's kind of sad. I've got Ni no Kuni to play and everything. Yeah. But so far, this has blown me out the water. I was like, hey, I've got to play Dragon Quest, so we'll do that and eventually get around to playing it and see what I think about it. I was like... originally thinking, yeah, you know, this would just be another typical Square Enix JRPG, but I didn't think I'd be enjoying it as much as I am. As I said, I just want to play more now at this point. It's just absolutely blown me off my feet. It's marvelous. I mean, sure, on the surface, it plays like every other JRPG. You go out in the overworld, you can do random encounters, you go from point A to point B with a quest, and probably a potential couple of little side quests along the way. You have allies... you have NPCs you interact with, you go from town to town, item system, magic system, all that fun stuff. But it's just the small things. As I said, the small stuff, so going from 2D to 3D, the music change stuff, the text stuff is just something minor again, but I do like it for grinding options and all that. Skippable cutscenes, there are still games these days that don't allow for that, so I always bring up as a good thing. The ability to turn off cutscenes is good as well. The ability to add on difficulty is also welcomed as well, and seriously, JRPGs is one of those where you can do those type of things and it just works so well. Pokemon Game Freak, I hope you're listening to that. Oh god. So yeah, if you have played Dragon Quest 11, I definitely would love to hear your opinions on the game, what you thought of it. For those of you who haven't played this game, please let me know what you thought of it. Would you pick up this game? For those of you who only knew about Dragon Quest because of the hero from Smash Brothers, let me know what you thought. If this was what you were expecting from the hero of Dragon Quest, would you pick it up and play it? All that fun stuff. And OST. Where can I buy? I want to buy the CD for it. I want to listen to this entire OST. It's really good. The battle music, though. Oh, it's so good. I mean, same with Digimon. I love the Digimon OST, just normal battle music. If you've got a good battle music, I'm going to like your game. I'm a sucker for good battle music and big boss theme musics. I can't wait for a boss. I want to know what the boss OST is. Yeah, that's it. I think I don't need to say anything else. That's it. I'm going to play the game. I'll probably end up doing a series on it. I'm probably going to end up doing a stream on it. I don't think I need to do a post-review type of commentary on it. I just like this game. I like the game. Do I need to say that enough? When's my next spare time? I want to sit down and play this. Anyways, that's it from me. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for also tuning in this far and just hearing me absolutely cry over this game. Oh, also too, if anyone has played previous Dragon Quest games, are they worth playing? Because if they are, when I finish this game, I'm going back and playing previous Dragon Quest if they are. Like, I might start getting into Dragon Quest if it is. I've got to try out Dragon Quest Builders as well. If it is something similar to this or in the same quality as Dragon Quest 11, but by golly gosh, I could be a new Dragon Quest fan if this is what the standard for Dragon Quest is. Alright, anyways, that's it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Until next time, make sure you stay beautiful, and this is Lady KrimZen. Gonna go cry in a corner for a little bit that I can't play this game anymore. Saying ciao for now, but not forever. Ciao!